Levi. I suppose I'm the illustrious leader here at the OpiPets group. I have lots to do with the day-to-day running of things. That is I.
I'm Prav, narrative designer.
Was that it?
Yep.
Oh.
That's all he needs.
That's all I need.
Speaks
I'm
for
Logan,
itself.
narrative designer also.
There's a lot. Personally, it's a free-to-play, play-to-earn. It's a very unique kind of game. There's never been anything like this out there. There are a lot of games that focus too much on either the business side of it, earning money, and not enough about the game itself, whereas what we have here is a perfectly fleshed out game. So you can enjoy yourself, and the rewards you get are a bonus. That's the key thing for me.
Yeah, I think one of the best ways would be to say it's game first, earning second, isn't it? And the entire process of it is you can forge your own path, whether you want to be the entrepreneur within the game or the gladiator. Whatever it might be, you can certainly make that adventure yours. This is a game for you, not for anybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. Asking how the game works is a complex question because it's really down to each individual player's preference as to whether you want to play a trading-based game, whether you want to go PvP against your fellow players, whether you want to explore the world and do dungeon crawling. It's all in there.
Well, I think initially it's the lower barriers to entry, in fact, in the fact that there are none. This is a game for the people, for you to enjoy. Like I say, it's a game first, the whole play to earn aspect of it is second, and unlike virtually every other product on the market, it is completely free to play. You needn't even connect a wallet to get going. And I think that really is what makes us stand out in the first instance. And then, as my colleagues here have just stated, it's a fully fleshed out game. There is rich, diverse lore and history involved in it. It's got a real narrative rather than just being a hack and slash. I'm going to battle somebody with my blob on the screen. There's rich art and history for you to learn and explore.
Especially in this market, it's a game for gamers, by gamers.
Absolutely.
People who are actually here because essentially we're so passionate about it. We want this to work well, and we're putting every fibre of our being into this.
Absolutely. I mean, we were here playing another game outside of work hours until gone midnight last night, just for the fun of it. You know, we truly are involved in the whole gamer sphere, as it were.
Yeah, absolutely. When I put my work PC together, it was designed to run games and then maybe work.
Yeah, we did some work.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. I suppose this is more of a question for me, isn't it? I think the gap in the market in which it was so wide open, and again, it's harping back to this, the lower barriers to entry. You know, if you look at some of our competitors, whoever they might be, we'll leave them nameless, it could cost thousands and thousands of dollars to get involved. People were only playing it as a means to make money. I really thought there was a huge gap there for there to be an interesting, fun game that everybody can get involved in, rather than it being purely a financial decision. And having seen that, knowing that I have this great idea for what could be something brilliant, I just had to fill that void. There was no other choice.
It literally runs into the inspiration for us, and Levi came to us and said, all right, we need a game with a proper story and lore and background.
That's what we do.
That's what we did.
And they're fantastic at it, I will say.
Oh,
You're flushing, aren't you? You know.
All right, well, I mean, from a video gaming aspect of it, I've been playing video games since I got my Commodore 64 when I was very, very young, a long time ago.
Yeah, it was there.
And I've played them consistently since, all different aspects of it. And that's half of what I bring into it, and the other half is my partnership here with Prav when it comes to RPG type stuff.
Yeah, so I came from a different background, not a lot of gaming when I was growing up, mainly just because of financial issues. So the main thing that we did was a lot of Dungeons and Dragons and make-believe and making your own story. So everything had to be story-rich because we were literally creating it as you would. Grab a stick, run outside and pretend to be a wizard.
And that was yesterday.
Still have to keep the magic alive. But yeah, that's where we come from. So we generally come from story-rich backgrounds, subversive gaming, and narrative storytelling. That's pretty much what we're about.
Absolutely. And for me, this goes back to, I think I was 9 when I got my first PC, and it came with Echo the Dolphin. What a game. And we have a little arcade just outside this room here in the office, and it's got Echo the Dolphin on, and it's just as difficult as I remember it. Near impossible, in fact. And since then, I've been involved and love to play every genre of game, whether it be RPG, whether it be kind of an immersive single-player platform game, FPS, whatever it is. I just love the ability to forget the world and dive into something.
Well, that is a deep question.
When somebody comes to you and they go, we've got this brilliant idea for a game, make the world.
Yeah. We created a history essentially right back to the beginning of the setting.
Yeah. So
brought that all the way up to match the starting setting that players will experience on launch and going forwards.
The game itself, compared to the lore that we've written, the game itself is years after the lore initially that we wrote, just so we could have a building block to build this game upon. So everything that happens as a rhyme or a reason, essentially it's make this make sense. And that's what we did. Make it make sense, make it enjoyable, and make it for something that users and players can try and figure out for themselves, see how deep they can get with it as well.
And I think that really it sets it up for a launchpad going forwards to allow the storyline to progress in line with what the players are wanting and experiencing. Obviously we'll be able to see what the most popular content is and what people really like about the storyline, and we can really try and make that fit, to fit the mass audience that we're trying to approach. So having that really rich, diverse, kind of like you can almost feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Once you've got an environment,
it's so important.
You can feel the electricity that we've got right here.
We've got multiple parts of the setting, multiple different environments. We've got a whole host of NPCs, so we can gauge what's tracking well, what's not, which NPCs people like to interact with, who they're forming bonds with, who they don't like at all, and we can tailor an ongoing story to match that.
When people don't like an NPC, they can then evolve into being the baddie, and you can have another whole story arc based on that, which can add more functionality to the game and just more depth.
And it makes it a lot more inclusive as well, because that's what we're about. We're about community, we're about inclusivity.
Absolutely. Essentially, either download the app or visit the webpage, which is OpiPets.io, of course. That'll be it. Sign up.
Come up with a fun username. That's what you need.
Choose your starting pets, because you have the option of creating 2 when you first begin, and then go out and forge your own adventure. It's not for us to tell you what you need to do to begin. Sign up. Go. It is entirely up to you. It is your adventure.
The branches are there, so whatever play style you want to run with, it's there for you. If you want to explore the world and dig into the dungeons, you've got the PvE. If you are wanting to take on other players and prove your prowess, you've got the arenas and the PvP stuff. If you want to play a trading and commerce game, then there's the shops, there's the NPC shops, and there's the other player shops. If you want to play all the mini games, then there are arcades scattered all across the world for you to play the little mini games in between. And everything ties together.
Absolutely. As I was going to say, if you wanted, if you're more of an achievement hunter, you can try and hunt out all the little avatars and little sneaky bits that are hidden around the site, which are often random, but that show off that on your profile page that you are one of only 15 people out of the 500,000 people that play that have ever earned this achievement, that have ever managed to snipe that item from the store, or that have managed to achieve this score, or happen to have visited this page at this time on this day. There really is something for everybody.
If you're a lore buff like myself, you can go into it as much as you can, try and find all the little hidden Easter eggs that we've put in there for you, so you can piece together what exactly is going on and if there's anything nefarious underneath.
Yeah, that ancient history we mentioned earlier is discoverable by the players. You just got to find it.
That's it. And we don't hem you into any particular avenue. You decide it's your adventure. Sign up and go.